Mushrooms aren't just plants popping out of the dirt. They're the visible tip of a hidden world that's been quietly running life on Earth for millions of years. Hi, I'm Kira, and today I'll be discussing the secret life of mushrooms. First, I'll discuss how they are excellent nutritional powerhouses, then I'll discuss how they are vital decomposers in ecosystems, and finally discuss how people have invented psychedelic mushrooms that people use as a drug. So, first, let's begin discussing how they are excellent nutritional powerhouses. So, mushrooms provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support your overall health, and it also helps protect against chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer, and it also helps with having good brain function. So, essentially, mushrooms can help boost our immune system. According to an article called WebMD, written by JBMD on September 8th, 2023, the anti-inflammatory effect of mushrooms has been shown to greatly improve the immune system. So, mushrooms contain high amounts of selenium, vitamin D, and vitamin B6, and selenium can help prevent cell damage in our bodies. Vitamin D helps with cell growth, and vitamin B6 helps our bodies form red blood cells. So all of these nutrients in mushrooms help to maintain a healthy immune system. Okay, so now that we have talked about how mushrooms are excellent nutritional powerhouses, let's discuss how they are vital decomposers in ecosystems. So they are vital decomposers in ecosystems because they break down dead organic matter, such as fallen leaves and wood and other stuff as well. That they also use powerful enzymes to return essential nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus to the soil. And without the symbiotic activity of fungi, all of the essential inorganic nutrients from dead animals and plants would be unavailable to use by other organisms, and life as we know it would cease to exist. According to an article called Fungi Foundation, written by Joanna Foster on the last time I viewed it was on September 7th, 2025. Fungi secrete enzymes that can break down complex organic compounds like carbohydrates and proteins into simpler components with the release of energy. So, the remainder of energy and materials are absorbed by the surrounding soil, air, and water, and this role within the ecosystem is vital for the recycling of nutrients into the larger community. Fungi are also nature's recyclers. They can free up nutrients stored in dead organisms, absorb these, and make them available in the soil. For example, white rot fungi can break down lignin into water and carbon dioxide, and the result of the fungi's decomposition activities is a more fertile soil that supports plant growth and food production. And this is all according to an article called How Mushrooms Support Ecosystem Health and Biodiversity, written by Skye Chilton. Additionally, mushrooms decompose things through a process called saprotrophic nutrition. So instead of ingesting food like animals or producing it through photosynthesis like plants, fungi use their extensive root systems to secrete enzymes that break down organic matter externally. And this is all also according to an article written by the Utah State University called Decomposition, written by students in art and sciences. Okay, so now that we have talked about how mushrooms are vital to decomposition in ecosystems, let's finally discuss how people have turned these mushrooms into psychedelics and drugs. So, essentially, people turn certain types of mushrooms into psychedelics by consuming them in various forms, and people can consume them through chocolate or the actual plant themselves. And these fungi and mushrooms naturally contain the psychoactive compound psilocybin, and psilocybin is converted into the hallucinogenic agent that goes into the body, which causes a trip by alternating the brain's serotonin receptors. And people also like taking shrooms or magic mushrooms because they can produce euphoric feelings and possibly relieve mental health conditions. However, there are some risks to be aware of in only a few U.S. cities where the use of these mushrooms is actually legal. According to an article called Healthline, written by Alicia D., the biggest risk associated with psilocybin mushroom use is that psilocybin mushrooms look very similar to some types of poisonous mushrooms, so it can be easy to mistake a poisonous mushroom for a psilocybin mushroom. Okay, so in conclusion, mushrooms may seem small and ordinary, but they're a part of a vast hidden system that connects, sustains, and shapes life itself. So their secret world reminds us that the most powerful forces are often ones that we cannot see. So today I informed you about the secret life of mushrooms. First, I discussed how mushrooms are vital to decomposition in ecosystems, and then I explained how they are excellent nutritional powerhouses, and then finally I discussed how people have invented psychedelic mushrooms that people use as a drug. So, when you see a mushroom, remember, it's just a small sign of a secret life that's been shaping our world all along. Thank you.